Lord, forgive me, I'm balling out of control. Got the spirit of a hustler pouring out of my soul. You wanna run now with me? You gotta roll. I'm out chasing dough. Chill, chill, chill. Welcome back to the No Cuss Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. As y'all know, I told you I like my music, man. Hopefully, we won't be getting, copyrighted from none of this, but had to play my little joint right quick so we, set the mood. But we're gonna get right into it, man. So we got some things to talk about today. Now, first and foremost, I just recently purchased the PFF subscription, so I can give you more analytical details on what or maybe somewhat of what these other teams or our team as well, because it says that they have a partnership with the NFL and all 32 teams. So I'm thinking this is what Howie and them use. I hope is what they use, but doesn't really matter. They giving us the analytics now, so we got that for you. And I did. So all right. So let me just say this. So I bought it for the simple fact that the draft. All right, I want to see the mock draft. I've seen like other content creators, referring to it and stuff like that. So I bought it for the draft purposes. But I see it got like fantasy stuff on there for like bets and all that, and maybe I'll drop some stuff like that if I do decide to bet. But I won't throw nothing out there that I'm not taking the bet on. So I ain't trying to burn nobody, but we'll see about that. But as far as what I have for y'all today. First thing we're going to get into, like I said, we got PFF. So I got the mock draft of what I thought that Philadelphia Eagles needed. And also some free agents that I think, might interest the Eagles. I also did this by position of need, if I'm not mistaken, or needs for the team. So hopefully this pan out right. So we just going to roll right into it because this is my first time using this thing. I think I'm technically inclined, but sometimes I'll be clicking on stuff and I just don't know what's going on. So we're gonna get right into this, man. So first things first, I did the draft, right? My fault for not looking at the camera. Let me just pull this up right quick. I thought I had it pulled up. Here we go. And I'm gonna put this image in the video so y'all can see it as well, because it's not, I'm just recording right now. But so the first pick I went with, right? Everybody's been saying it was Kool-Aid McKinnister from Alabama. They give you a grade for the pick, and the grade I got was an A. So that's pretty good, right? For the second round pick that I went with, right, was a ED edge. I guess that's what this referring to, was Chop Robinson. Okay, that was an A minus. He's an edge, right? Okay. Second round, I don't know if I finished this, but I only got 3 picks. There should be more. But for the second round with pick 54, I had him going with Edrin Cooper, who's a linebacker for Texas A&M. Okay. Overall, for the draft, I got an A. Okay. I'm looking at it from terms of how I want to say it. Like, I know they keep talking about, because we do need running backs, and I'll get to that with the free agents. But if you're asking me what we need right now, if we're going into the draft, I'm looking at it in terms of and I keep seeing corners pop. I don't know why we keep talking about corners so much, because I feel like we kind of got that somewhat situated. But safety's a big thing. If they end up getting rid of Kevin Byard, all right, Kevin Byard I think he was the safety, if I'm not mistaken. If they end up getting rid of Kevin Byard, I think that cuts like 12 to 14 million. I can't remember the exact number, but they need safety help. So, and then depth at safety. So I seen somebody else, and he might have been a free agent, but I seen some free agents also as well that will fit well with the safety position. But then we also need linebacker help now. As you know, the Philadelphia Eagles, or Howie, does not like to spend too much money in this area. So when I was hearing like Patrick McQueen, other big names that are going to command dollars out of our pocket, I don't know if it's going to make sense, because you still have to find a safety. Then you got to figure out. So let's even go back. You have to figure out what you're going to do with Hassan Reddick first. Okay. Now Hassan can play out his last year, his contract. Hopefully he does, so it doesn't cause any riffraff in the locker room or in the organization and things like that. But figure out if he's going to, if they want to extend him and pay him now, because Smitty got to get paid next year as well. Not Lane. Who was it? Is it Dickerson? Somebody else has to get paid on that line. So there's people that we really do need to take care of. These next couple of years. And Smitty being one. I also want them to resign DeAndre Swift because, like I said, after this year, Boston, all due respect, we appreciate what they did for us. But Boston Scott can go. I think Gainwell is the last running back. He's on his last year of his contract for the running backs. But everybody else, they didn't use Rashad Penny. I mean, I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what happened there. But I would like for them to keep DeAndre Swift. And then they're talking about trying to sign Derrick Henry. So it's a lot of like different names that are attached to this team that are going to command some type of money. Of course, not they're going to command money regardless, but I'm talking about money where like millions, maybe 1 year, 2 year, a couple mil, type deals like that. So, but I think one of our biggest needs is safety. I think the corner situation is somewhat good with Isaiah Rodgers coming in, Keeley, Eli. If they want to look at some some other free agent talent, or maybe if they see some in the draft, because I seen somebody else. I think he played for Toledo, and I was looking at his, and I didn't see any. I'm gonna say this too. I didn't see any of the college draft picks. I haven't seen any of their film yet. All right, this is just I just did this right quick because I just bought PFF. I wanted to see what it would come up with, what it would spit out. I'm just going off the PFF grades of what I'm seeing. I can't give you the eye test just yet. So maybe that'll be another video that I can do about the players that I name in this video. So they give me a little idea right there. But yeah, so that's what I was going with. And so far so good with the PFF. I mean, it's giving out some stuff that I can really use for this podcast. But so far so good with this. But my thing is when it comes to this safety situation, I think that's probably going to be the most important. I think on defense, linebacker and safety are going to be the two most important positions because you need both of them, and then you need depth behind these positions. So I also seen was it Van Kinkel? I don't know how you say my man's name. He was linked to be coming to the Philadelphia Eagles because he played under Vic Fangio last year with the Dolphins. And then the safety from the Dolphins that I gotta also look at. Hold on, where you at? Oh, man. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, it didn't do it. I thought it did it. It didn't do it. All right. Well, let's try this. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to go from safeties. Let's see if he pop up right quick. So, like some safeties that are showing up right now, right? You got Antonio Winfield Jr., but he's commanding, or they have him projected because they give the projections of what their contract might be, or around what it could be. So the projections for Anthony Winfield Jr. is 1 year, 16 mil, like 16.2 mil. They got Kyle Duggar from the Patriots up here. He's commanding a 1 year, 16 million. He's pretty decent. Cameron Curl, decent young talent. He's 24, 4 years, 12.5 million average. I don't know how that's going to work. McKinney from the Giants. I like McKinney, but he wants 4 years, 13 mil. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this off to y'all, but I'm trying to find. They had him up here, but I like Jordan Fuller. Or is that his name? Jordan Fuller. I like him. Where is he at? You also got C.J. Garner on here. Now I don't know if the Detroit Lions are going to make him a focal point in their defense. I mean, their defense is pretty good because he didn't really play this year. So, but here he goes. But that could be another option to bring back because he kind of already knows this, like the Fangio system from when he played back during the Super Bowl year. But Deshaun Elliott, I don't know if this is the same person I've seen that was linked with Van Winkle or whatever his name is. I don't know if this is the same person, but Deshaun Elliott, and he's projected to have a 1 year, $4 million contract. So I think that would be something decent because he's a younger talent. And I think one of these, no, it wasn't him. I think it might have been, it was another safety that was like a hybrid safety. Or a linebacker, it might have been that was a hybrid. I wish I could find it. I can't think of his name. But something like that will also work where it was like or a linebacker corner. He was something like that, like a hybrid was something like that. But I thought that might be also a good fit for Fangio's defense because it's more like cover. Like they're playing like zone. Um, where I mean, it's somewhat zone, but they can still attack within like man. If I'm saying that right, because I'm still trying to learn this crap. But I won't call it crap, but learn this stuff. Um, so I think that would be good because I think you want. And even when I was looking at the PFF for the NFL college draftees, I was looking for players that when I was reading their little summaries that had the coverage ability to, or and then some of the hybrid ability as well to be able to, say, you might have to play the corner right here, or you might be able to move here. You know what I mean? Because death is a big, big, big thing. At least for me, death is a big thing because you playing a physically contact sport, and you never know what's going to happen. Like nobody ever expects to get injured, but stupid stuff happens. You got to have, somebody behind to be able to step up for if that person goes out. Because you go out here go spend money on, say you go sign a big name linebacker or a safety or whoever, and you don't have any, and then that person gets hurt, and the next person that comes up, is nowhere near that talent. Is going to be, or you don't even have a person to put in that position. Then that's when it gets to become a problem. And I feel like with these 1-year deals that we've been doing, like because they still have Cunningham, who's a free agent this year. Now, Howie expressed his praise for Cunningham because pretty much he was the only good linebacker that we had when he was available. So if they do decide to keep him, I understand. But then we also can't forget about the Kobe Dean. Now, I hope they don't put all their eggs in one basket like they did last year because the Kobe Dean ended up getting hurt and not even playing this year. And then we're not even expecting him back until October, I think they said, or something like that. Maybe I forget what the timeline is from the Kobe Dean, but I feel like you have to, going into this training camp, things got to ultimately just change because them not tackling and doing all this extra stuff is shown in the gameplay. So I think maybe, you ain't got to go out there and be knocking nobody's heads off, but wrapping players up, doing stuff like that, doing them types of little detailed drills that are going to be able to implement when you play these other teams, preseason, playing in the preseason games, not just one series, playing the game, man. These players make millions of dollars. Yes, you're going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be 100%. And no, I don't want nobody to have no season-ending injury because they're doing all this stuff, but you have to get into some type of rhythm before the season starts because this was a terrible year. And it could be also with the coaching staff too, not, inexperienced coaching and stuff like that. All plays a part into it, but things just have to change. So, and I think they will because I don't think Fangio is going to come here and going to be like, listen, we not doing no two-hand touch. Like we're going to start, not like I said, not hitting crazy, but we're going to be, we're going through these drills and we're going to, we're going to be hitting on each other like a little bit. So not to the point where we're going to hurt each other, but you got to get to that. You got to get that feeling. You got to get that into that mood. So, yeah, man. So it's a lot of different players that I'm seeing on here for the safety position. I mean, we can look up linebacker just to, yeah. There we go. No, we don't want safeties and linebackers. We already did the safeties. All right. So for linebacker, they got Frankie Lavu, Levante David. How old is Frankie though? Frankie 27, 3 years, $10 million. Levante David, he's a 34, but he wants a 1 year, $5 million. So that might be an option. I feel like Patrick Queen. I said McQueen, Lord have mercy, but I feel like Patrick Queen. I don't know if he's going to be an option for the Eagles, man. He won 4 years, $18 million. And you still need a safety and you need a running back. You know what I mean? And then whatever else they feel like they might need, that's just from what I'm going off of. So I don't know if that's even going to be a possibility. And then with Hassan Reddick's contract, and like I said, I don't know. What's my man name? He got to get signed to off the offensive line. I can't think of his name, but he has to get signed too. So it's money that needs to go to some of these players because I can't see. If you're asking me, I cannot see the Philadelphia Eagles giving up Hassan Reddick. This man is probably the best defensive player that y'all have on y'all team. And yeah, he's getting older, but he's not showing signs of regression, if that makes sense. So I don't see like what I mean, he could probably possibly go out to the market and go, check his value and stuff like that. He's probably gonna get back to the Eagles and things like that. But I feel as though like they have to find a way to retain DeAndre Swift, and Hassan Reddick, and then be able to add to that linebacker core. Also, figuring out what they're going to do with Devontae Smith too, and whoever I named before. But I feel like those two people need to come back. Okay, for this year. If they want to sign Derrick Henry, okay, cool. Depending on what he wants, because if Derrick Henry's coming up in here, think he's still King Henry, which he's still a beast, but he's an older beast. So my thing is, if he can come in here on the deal, I'll take that too, because that's a great 1-2 punch, bro. You got the agility with DeAndre Swift, that all that craziness, and then you got the hard hitting with Derrick Henry. So I think that'd be a great fit. So we'll see, and we'll see what they do in the offseason, man. But those are the names I'm looking at right now. I also feel like on the offensive side, 'cause I keep hearing about is he from Georgia? The tight end from Georgia, Laporta. Is it not Laporta? Is it Laporta? Hold up, y'all. Let me see if I can pull him up. I can't think of his name, but he plays for Georgia. Good route running, quick. So that's something else that they could possibly look at. So we'll see how that goes. But also, while I'm on here, Chris Sims. Come on, man. Chris Sims is at it again. He's sitting here talking about Jalen Hurts is the most overrated quarterback in the league. It blows my mind when I hear the quarterbacks that used to be trash talk about, you know what I'm saying? Talk about talented players today, because it's like, and I don't know if y'all seen the clip go around, but did y'all ever see the clip of Chris Sims when John Gruden's trying to explain the offensive play calling to him, and he's not picking it up? He had to repeat it to him like 3-4 times. Like when stuff like that floats around about you, I would be very cautious to say certain things about somebody else, because I have yet to see anything that even labels Jalen Hurts to be incomparable to or incompetent. Incompetent when it comes to learning plays and stuff like that. Now, do he got some things he need to work on? Of course. You know what I'm saying? He's not perfect, but to sit there and say he's the most overrated quarterback in the league, you're tripping. You're tripping. Because my thing is this: they paid Daniel Jones 40-50 million, and we ain't seen him. We ain't seen him, ain't heard nothing about him. He's somewhere on the couch chilling, collecting a check. I can name a whole bunch of players that are not even better than Jalen Hurts. So for Chris Sims to say that, and I know it's a narrative that they got to go with, but when he says stuff, I'm just like, bro, did you ever watch yourself play? Trash. Trash. Okay? So we're going to keep it there, man. But I want to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing else. Man, that just got me excited, because I'm telling you, man, people just because they got him out, they think they can talk. It's no way in the world that you could tell me that you think that Jalen Hurts is the most overrated quarterback. Forget last year. This past year, it might not have looked pretty, but a lot of them games that we won, if Jalen Hurts was not the quarterback, we would not have won those games. I'm sorry. And yeah, some things probably happened where it was like, oh, he dropped the ball. Like Kansas City Chiefs game, he dropped the ball, blah, 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 I won the game. Whatever you want to call it. Things be happening. But a lot of times, Jalen Hurts put this team on his back. You feel me? Because he didn't want to lose. And then for us to win 10, 11 games, you know what I'm saying, with what we were working with after all this stuff that has come out about our team, I can't be too upset. I mean, I hope we're moving in the right direction, but for somebody like Chris Sims to come out and say that Jalen Hurts, my man right here, is overrated, I'm not going to allow the disrespect to continue. I know Jalen not going to say nothing, but I'm the spokesperson for Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going to say something. Chris Sims, you sucked at football, okay? No, I was never in the NFL, but I watched you, okay? Trash. Talking about my quarterback like that. You trash. I want to hear that. The hell? And everybody entitled to their own opinion, but come on, man. To think that Jalen Hurts is the most overrated player or quarterback, that's not going to sit right with me. So, but with that being said, I'm not going to go too much of your time. I do appreciate everybody watching my videos, man. Like, July will be a year that I've been doing these. So I'm just glad to still be, I'm still taking it serious enough to keep doing this, keep giving y'all information. And I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, I got this PFF now, so I'm trying to get like I said, more and more I'm trying to get more deeper into what's going on. We'll probably be talking about baseball soon as well, because the Phillies play uh, spring training game Saturday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll be talking more about the Phillies. I might do a video about that because the Phillies did make some off-season moves and re-signed some players and stuff like that we already had. If y'all don't know, Reese Rice, however you say, Hoskins. I always call him by his last name, 'cause I don't know how you say his first name. But Hoskins is no longer with the team. But they did bring in my man from the Royals. I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name. Couple pitchers too. Trying to remember what I can. I'm trying to recant. Let me see. You like that word, don't y'all? Recant. Your boy be reading. But no, yeah, like trying to remember who else they had. But it looks good, man. I seen Rojas bulked up. He bulked up because Rojas looked a little skinny last year, but he bulked up. So been hitting. So hopefully he can get there rolling. I'm thinking he's still gonna play center field. But I can't think of this guy's name. They got from the Royals, but he's pretty decent, man. He's pretty decent. He can play anywhere on the field. I know they came out and said something about Bryce Pirate. He's probably gonna stay at first base since they got rid of Hoskins now. So I ain't gonna take up too much time talking about baseball in this video, but just know your boy been watching. So I ain't got a video out, but I've been watching. I've been seeing what's going on. So yeah, man. But like I said, man, I appreciate y'all watching the No Cut Sports podcast. Supporting me and everything like that. If you could, please like and subscribe to always catch this vibe. And you already know this is your host, Niall Frazier. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all be safe.